Hello guys, how are you? Please subscribe to my channel.
The envelope had exactly one bill inside. A $20 note. Folded twice. Left on the kitchen counter. No message. No instructions. Nothing. I stood there staring at it, my backpack still hanging off one shoulder. I had just gotten home from school. The house felt wrong. Too quiet. Not peaceful. Empty. Mom, I called out. Nothing. Dad. Silence. I walked through the house slowly. Living room, clean, untouched. Kitchen, no food on the stove, no dishes in the sink. Their bedroom. Closet doors open. Hangers half empty. Suitcases gone. That's when I felt it. Something wasn't right. I walked back into the kitchen and noticed the sticky note on the fridge. 3 words. Be back soon. That was it. No explanation. No date. No number to call. Just gone. At first, I thought maybe they went out. Dinner. Shopping. Something normal. But night came. And no one returned. I checked the cabinets. Almost empty. A half box of cereal. No milk. 1 can of soup. I didn't even know how to open it. I sat at the table, staring at the $20. Like it was supposed to mean something. Like it was enough. It wasn't. The first night, I didn't sleep. Every small noise made my heart race. Every shadow felt bigger. I kept expecting the door to open, for them to walk in like nothing happened, but it never did. The next day, I went to school, because what else was I supposed to do? I didn't tell anyone, not the teacher, not my friends, because even at 11, I knew something was wrong, and I didn't know what would happen if I said it out loud. By day 3, the food was gone. I ate dry cereal, tiny handfuls, trying to make it last. I drank water and told myself I wasn't hungry, but I was, all the time. By day 5, the electricity cut out for a few hours. I sat in the dark, curled up on the couch, listening to my stomach growl, trying not to cry, because crying made it worse, made it real. I started counting days on a piece of paper, 1 mark at a time. Waiting, hoping, but each mark just made it clearer. They weren't coming back. Not soon. Maybe not at all. On the 7th day, someone knocked on the door. Loud. Sharp. I froze. Didn't move. Didn't breathe. The knock came again. Hello? Anyone home? A man's voice. I stayed quiet, because I didn't know who to trust anymore. The knocking stopped. Footsteps faded. And just like that, I was alone again. That night, I held the $20 in my hand, tight, like it was the only thing they left me, the only proof they existed. And for the first time, I realized something that didn't make sense back then, but would later. They didn't forget me. They chose to leave me. And what happened next would make sure they never forgot what they did. By day 10, I stopped feeling scared. Not because things got better, but because fear takes energy, and I didn't have any left. Hunger replaced it, a constant, dull ache that never really went away. I learned small things. How to drink more water to feel full. How to sleep longer so I didn't have to think about food. How to stay quiet. Invisible. At school, I acted normal. Or, at least, I tried to. I smiled when people talked to me. Nodded when teachers asked questions. But I stopped focusing, stopped caring, because none of it mattered if I couldn't even eat. On day 12, my teacher noticed. You look tired, she said gently. I shrugged. I'm fine. The lie came easily, too easily. She watched me for a second longer than usual, like she didn't believe me. But she didn't push. Not yet. That afternoon, I searched the house again. Every cabinet, every drawer, every corner, hoping I missed something. Anything. But there was nothing left. Not even the cereal. The $20 was gone too. I had spent it slowly. A small loaf of bread. A cheap snack. Stretching it as long as I could. But it was never enough. It was never meant to be. By day 14, I felt weak. My legs heavy. My head light. Even walking to school felt harder. Everything did. That's when it happened. I didn't plan it. Didn't think about it. I just stopped. Right there in class. The room started spinning. Voices blurred together. And then, darkness. When I opened my eyes, I wasn't in class anymore. White ceiling. Bright lights. A soft beeping sound somewhere nearby. A hospital. Panic hit instantly. Hey, it's okay, a voice said. A nurse.
Calm.
Careful. You fainted at school, she explained. I tried to sit up, but I felt too weak. Too slow. Where are my parents? I asked. The question came out small. Fragile. The nurse hesitated. Just for a second. We're trying to reach them, she said. Trying. That word echoed. Hours passed. Doctors came in, asked questions. When was the last time you ate? Who's at home? Is there someone taking care of you? I didn't know how to answer. Not really. By evening, 2 people walked into the room. Not my parents. Police. And someone else. A woman with a notebook. Soft eyes. Serious expression. They didn't look confused. They looked concerned.
Deeply.
Can you tell us what's been happening at home? She asked gently. I stayed quiet. At first. Because saying it out loud would make it real. But then, I thought about the empty house. The hunger. The silence. The $20. And slowly, I told them everything. They listened. Didn't interrupt. Didn't judge. Just listened. And when I finished, the room felt different. Heavier, but safer. That night, I didn't go home. Because for the first time, someone realized I never should have been left there alone. And far away, on the other side of the world, my parents had no idea that their perfect vacation was about to be interrupted in a way they would never forget. They found my parents 3 days later. Not worried, not searching, not even trying to call. They were at a rooftop party in Europe. Music.
Lights.
Laughter. Glasses clinking like nothing in the world was wrong. Until the police walked in. At first, my mom laughed, thinking it was some kind of mistake. Is this a joke? She said, smiling. It wasn't. When they said my name, everything changed. The smiles faded. The music didn't matter anymore. Because suddenly, their perfect vacation wasn't perfect anymore. It was evidence. I didn't see them when they came back. Not right away. By then, I was somewhere safe. A small room. Warm bed. Food whenever I needed it. I remember the first full meal they gave me. I cried. Not because it tasted good, but because I didn't have to save it for later. The woman with the notebook visited often. She explained things slowly, carefully. You're not going back there, she told me.
Not asking. Telling.
And for the first time, I felt something I hadn't felt in weeks. Relief. My parents tried to see me. At first, they called, left messages, said things like, we didn't think it was that serious. You were supposed to be fine. It was only for a little while. A little while. I had counted every single day, every empty moment. Every night I went to sleep hungry. But to them, it was just a little while. I didn't answer, because I didn't know what to say. What do you say to people who left you behind on purpose? Months passed, then a year. Life slowly became normal again. I was placed with my grandfather, a quiet man, not very expressive, but steady, safe. He didn't ask too many questions, didn't push. He just showed up, every day, and that was enough. One evening, we sat together at the table. A real dinner.
Warm. Simple.
He looked at me and said softly, you deserved better. That was it. No long speech. No big moment. Just truth. And somehow, that mattered more than anything my parents had ever said. Years later, I stopped counting the days they were gone, because I no longer needed to. That part of my life didn't define me anymore. Some people think abandonment is loud, that it comes with shouting, anger, or chaos. But sometimes, it's quiet. It's a $20 bill on a counter, a 3-word note, an empty house, and a child who learns, far too early, how to survive alone. But here's the truth. Being left behind didn't break me. It showed me exactly what I would never become. And one day, If I ever have a child of my own, they'll never have to count days, wondering if someone is coming back. Because I will always be there.